Yeah, there you go, friends. Doc South here, and I don't know, I was just sitting here out on the deck, just thinking my thoughts, lost in dreamland, I suppose. Not necessarily asleep, but just kind of thinking of this, dreaming of that, dwelling on some other darn thing, just kind of just thinking to myself. And boy, I'll tell you, the one thing that came up with all that all that brain power was all of a sudden I just got to thinking, man, I sure do miss doing radio. I think when I think back of all the things I've done in life, there'd be two or three things. One, I really, really, truly enjoyed doing rescue work. Hideous as it could be sometimes, and it could be up to here hideous at times. We were always there to try to make it better. And I liked that. I really, truly loved doing that. But now that wasn't necessarily a job. It could have been, the squad would have hired me. But I was a volunteer for 3 years and sergeant in the squad and all, so I did okay. And I know there'd be days I'd come home from a day of doing rescue and just stand in the middle of the little bungalow I lived in and just cry my heart out. And I don't think there's any rescue person will tell you that the same thing didn't happen to them on occasion. It's a tough racket. But that's rescue. And again, I would have to go to quite a bit of training for that now. And gosh, I'm almost 80. I don't think I might not live long enough to go through the course. But the other thing I found that I really, truly enjoyed was, and I may have said this already in this video, but the one thing I truly enjoyed was doing radio. Radio was one way to make people feel better. If you went on and did a really good show, you could pretty much count on it that you were at least putting smiles on your listeners' faces. And I loved that. Oh gosh, that was such a thrill to be yakking it up, and maybe some interesting guest, maybe some lady knew how to, make a certain kind of pizza or a cake, or maybe I had a pie eating contest, or better yet, a pie contest where ladies or guys would bring in pies they made, and we'd decide we'd have judges to decide who made the best pie, and award maybe a gift certificate to a local restaurant for to the winner, that kind of thing. I mean, I loved a down-to-earth, just plain and simple, no frills radio show. Play a few records, talk a little bit, tell a story, invite guests in, interesting guests, not necessarily all politicians, but just general people that might have something they did in their life they wanted to talk about. Gee, that was always something I loved doing. And finding records you don't hear every day. Whoa, wow, what a ball. Huh? I know. I enjoyed that, and I'm grateful for the time I had on the air. I don't know, now that I'm older and a bit on the flaky side, I don't know if I could keep up with a radio show anymore, but boy, I sure did enjoy that. And I do miss it. I do miss it indeed. At the same time, I don't know if the show would be that, like I said earlier, I don't know if it would be that good, but I guess there'd only be one way to find out. But again, I think if I walked into a station just about anywhere and described the kind of show I used to do, they'd say, yeah, but no, we're supposed to talk about how everything's falling apart. The politicians stink, and blah, blah, blah. And Whoa, look at what's going wrong today. Yeah, but I want to talk about what's going right today. Can't I do that? Oh my God, there's no ratings in that. And there probably isn't. Sad to say. But gee, wouldn't that be nice? I don't know. Anyway, enough of my baloney, I suppose. Plus, the nice thing about radio was there was always coffee. Yes. Always coffee, and now and then someone would bring in, a listener might bring by a pie. Or a sandwich or something. I know I was talking about one guy's hoagies once, next thing I know, and how good they were. Next thing I know, he's at the door to the station with a big old hoagie for everybody. Yeah, there's a lot of power in radio. And let's see, I work in a supermarket now, and I weigh, I think 130 pounds. I think when I did radio, I was about 180 pounds. Yeah. So maybe I should stick to working in the supermarket. I'll live longer. I don't know. But I did enjoy it, I gotta say. Yeah, no, I'm not necessarily begging for work in radio, but I got to definitely be thankful and grateful for the time I had doing it. I think that's the cool thing. And again, whether I'm bright enough to do it anymore, heaven knows. I guess as long as there's records to play, when I start stumbling, I just hit the button and play something by the Ronettes. He's a Rebel or something, I don't know. Anyway, enough of my baloney. I just thought I'd say. Doc South here signing off. I think, not sure if I have to go to work today. No, today's my day off. That's right. Oh, cool. Okay. Well, I'm going to just knock out videos one after another. One thing I will say, on my, you go to YouTube and search Doc South Show. And if you haven't done so, if you didn't already know, there's probably 4,000 videos at my site on YouTube. Doc South Show on YouTube. Yeah, check it out. You'll see. Oh, you'll be there a while. Oh, you'll be there a while. Okay. And they're good stories. Yeah. I'll see you later. God bless. Bye now.